All right, y'all. We back. Just hang tight. We gotta wait for the fellas to come back in. Instagram gives us a countdown. We've already been on for about a good hour. So the next hour is going to be the finishing up the topics and closing out the show. So the fellas are coming back in. Just give me a moment. Hey, Kenny. I'm waiting on
Yo,
Michael. Hey, boo.
hey,
I had did the timer too. I told Michael. I think you. I don't know if you saw in the chat, but
yeah,
yeah, it's an hour and then another hour we can get
okay,
um, to do the live because I actually put myself in a practice live and I just let it run and I put my phone on a timer.
okay,
So that's how I knew it was an hour we would have. So this next hour we should be good. So it should only be two, the one intermission. That should be it.
okay.
So this should be we just gotta finish this topic up and then move on. And Michael should be coming on. There he is. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me get right down, back in home. Get the fellas all on here. We was having a good discussion. So I believe, Kenny, you were talking. Hey, we're
Yeah,
back. We're back.
no, I think it was Mike who was talking. He was rebuttaling on the reality television aspect
Oh
of it.
yeah.
Be right back.
All I was gonna no, I was gonna say is like just a quick rebuttal. Like I agree with Ken as far as like people having human emotions. Like actors are humans too. You know what I'm saying? They just have like better paying jobs. Or better paying careers. For doing things that a lot of people would consider easy, but acting it's really not. It can be emotionally very fucking draining. You know
Mm-hmm.
and
Johnny Depp.
and then I
Stuff.
mean, just being a public figure in general can be like emotionally draining. But it's kind of like, but going back to what I was saying, but yes, people have human emotions. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be time where you lose your shit, or you feel out of place. You feel out of place, or like or your anxiety like just kicks up, or like your companion is not mentally there to support you. But again, I'm sorry, that's no excuse to physically harm somebody. Like, that's not a good enough excuse. Like, I kind of just think you're giving him some type of leeway as far as, like, I don't agree with what he did, but it's like, it's a gray area. It's like, no, he physically assaulted someone. And I honestly think it'd be different if he physically assaulted someone that you consider a friend or a family member, you know what I'm saying? Or your sister or your mom, you know? And also, it's like, okay, you got hurt by a joke that someone said and it hurt your feelings. Like, okay, I get that.
Right.
Like I can't tell someone how to take a joke. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But at the same time, depending on the action that you take, there is consequences no matter how you feel about it. That's like
Right.
me in a committed relationship and my girl catches me fucking somebody else. And
Mm.
she catches me in the act and she's like, we're breaking up. And then me being like, well, hold up. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing. You can't be mad at the action and the assault that you did.
Right.
You know what you were getting yourself. You can't be mad that all of a sudden you're losing like all these roles, or these roles are on halt, or people are looking at you different because, like, well, yeah, you're the fucking Fresh Prince, and you smacked
Right.
the shit out of someone that was your friend of you
Right.
and your wife for like multiple
Right.
fucking years.
Yeah,
So just
right.
because of a joke that he made now and like 3, 4 fucking years ago, like he deserved to be physically assaulted over. It's like,
Right.
all right, fine, all
And
right, fair, if that's what you
yeah.
think. But there's consequences to the actions that you do, and you
Right.
can't you can't argue against that because the law is the law.
Right.
Do you think that he would have received the same type of reaction um had he just went up there and smacked him and not said anything?
Mm.
What do you mean?
So like I felt like when he went up there and he smacked him, right? And then as he was moving back to his seat, everybody was laughing, right?
Mm-hmm. I
And
think
then
they thought it was part of the show.
Well, regardless if like the audience thought it was part of the show or not, Chris Rock was the one that received the physical harm.
right,
So it doesn't
I feel
matter if like
like
the audience thought it was funny or not. It's like, yo, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of him. It's like
No.
I know you niggas are laughing, but like no, he just physically assaulted me.
Yeah, I think he was the one that did
Like
not. I don't
that
think he
doesn't
knew
fucking
none of that
matter.
was coming.
Yeah, because Will's fucking he did a bitch move and he fucking snuck him. It's like you're
Yeah,
thinking like, this dude's my friend. I've known him for like fucking years. He's coming towards you, and it's like, yo, this nigga just smacked the shit out of me. Like,
I
bro,
just
is a GI like really? It was a GI Jane joke? That's what you smacked me over?
I
Like,
just thought
holy
it was
shit!
weird the laugh and then the pause from the laugh and then he
That's
goes
what I'm
up.
saying. It's like he laughed, and it's like, well, how the fuck? Like,
It
you
just
just laughed at the joke.
I don't know. To me, sometimes I feel like there's something bigger behind it. I could be wrong. Sometimes I think about conspiracies sometimes. But I do think it was a little strange. And then there was another video that came out from somebody that was sitting behind Will and Jada. And they both were laughing at first when he made that joke. And then you see Jada look over at Will, and then Will gets up and goes up there and don't say no smacks, and then comes back, don't watch your mouth, whatever he said, don't say keep my names out of your motherfucking mouth, whatever the fuck. And then it was like it's a joke, I was just joking, it's a GI Jane joke. I was like keep up, whatever he said. And then it seemed like even the audience thought it was part of the show. You didn't hear like anybody go, oh my God, or like, oh my God, did you see that? Or you didn't even hear any of that in the audience. They all laughed, and I feel like they thought it was part of the show. So to me, I personally started thinking like, okay, is there something else going on? Like, why would you laugh and then quickly switch your emotion that fast? It just something didn't seem realistic to me right there. That's just my opinion. Because if somebody's offending someone that I care about, I don't think I would laugh. I think I would keep a stale face the whole time. Like I don't think there would be a break in my emotions. That's me though. I can't speak for him. But to me it just would make sense. If somebody's offending somebody or hurt somebody that I care about, I probably go sit there like, okay, where else you about to go with this? And then if you're going somewhere else with it, then I might come up there and might want to work you. But then at the same time, it was weird. Somebody that you had a relationship with all these years in the industry, you just go up to them and slap them and they do absolutely nothing back. And then like he could have went up to him and grabbed him by the collar and whispered in his ear, yo, bro, keep Jada name out your fucking mouth for me. You gonna have some problems, or we need to go backstage or whatever. It just, to me, it seemed like some acting to me. And then the fact that he was doing classes showing little kids how to slap people on stage. Y'all don't find that a little funny?
I know where you're going with this.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Can I say something real quick?
yeah.
Y'all heard it first on this podcast. I'm gonna tell you what the fuck's gonna happen now. So in the next 4 to 6 months, Chris Rock and Will Smith will do a parody on Will Smith's goddamn IG to where Chris Rock smacks the shit out of Will. Just to show everybody that they friends. Another thing, I feel bad for Chris Rock. I feel embarrassed for Will. Because how long has Red Table Talk been on Facebook?
What, almost 4 or 5 years now?
4 or 5 years? Okay. So in that 4 or 5 years span, Jada Pinkett Smith basically said, this nigga dick ain't good enough, so I went out and fucked somebody else.
Somebody else, yeah.
Oh, no, not somebody else. My son's friend who has mental issues.
I'm saying in general because let's see, one of the table talk episodes, he was talking about some, oh, I just want him to read my mind and all this other bullshit.
Right.
And basically, oh, he's not that good in the bed. Basically, what the fuck she's saying, bro.
Right.
And then on top of that, after the August that Selena situation. They both went on Red Table Talk, and she was just, oh, I never felt so good. I never felt like this in a long time. And on top of that, it was good helping somebody out. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. You basically said in 4 to 5 years that this nigga ain't good enough, so I went to go nigga, and it felt good because Will ain't doing it.
That's basically what she told me.
I feel embarrassed for Will. And then on top of that, being a butt of jokes for every comedian for how long?
Yeah.
Man, have you seen Jada Pinkett publicly defend Will?
No,
like she talking
never.
to him on the Red Table
Never.
Talk? Never.
Never.
So yeah, next 4 to 6 months, you'll see a parody with Chris.
I think so too. I think in a sense, I think it's business. I think it's something that's a little bit more behind the scenes that they don't want the people to know. I do feel bad for Will Smith too, because I think he really do love Jada. I think he really love her. I think, he endured and put up with a lot of the embarrassment because he love her. I don't know what she got. But
Will Smith has a no divorce policy. Did you know that?
No.
He has a no divorce policy.
Yes, he did say I think he was on some interview talking about like his childhood and how he's seen his mom be abused and stuff. I think he talked about something like that where it was something in his household where we didn't talk about it before.
Alyssa, I'm sorry not to cut you off, Christine, but Alyssa has a question. She said, if you were Chris Rock, would you sue if you were Chris Rock? Pretty much.
No. Ain't worth it.
I would not. I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't sue him. And the reason, and that's another thing too that makes me think something. Because I mean, come on, who really just gonna let you walk to them another man and slap him in the face? You know what I'm saying?
And it hasn't had much of a negative effect on Chris.
There you go.
I'll tell you what happened.
As much as it may have seemed as though it might have embarrassed him, right? In that moment. But as far as like the public eye, I don't think anyone I don't think they feel negative towards him one bit. If anything, he's making more money because of it.
I gotta challenge you on that because like there's been women who have my same skin color who have always been coming out and saying like, oh, that's what he deserves. You shouldn't talk about black women's hair because you made a documentary talking about black women's hair. It's kind of like I've seen like hundreds of black women saying this shit, so it's like no. But Chris is getting shit on.
I mean,
and then he got smacked in front of like millions of fucking people. You're gonna sit there and tell me that's not traumatizing?
I'm talking about financially.
Right. It boosted for him.
I mean, yeah, but let's be honest. As a man, you got smacked in front of millions of fucking people.
Bitch slap.
Yeah, you getting money off of this shit. You got slapped like that. Last thing on your fucking mind right now.
Right. So why do you think he hasn't sued?
Because he has dignity. He has morals. He's trying to like process this shit. It's like, yo, my friend just smacked the shit out of me in front of all these people, and while I'm on stage, I'm trying to do everything in my power to process not attacking him because me, Chris Rock, came out with a documentary not too long ago where I talked about how when I was younger, I was bullied in school. And the last time I got bullied, I beat a bully with a brick.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
To the point of death.
Yeah, I saw that.
And ever since then, that traumatized me, and I had to go to therapy ever since then. And when Will Smith smacked me in front of millions of fucking people at the Oscars, not the BET Awards, the fucking Oscars, the night of all nights when it comes to actors, I had to do everything in my power not to attack this dude.
I think he was in shock. His reaction when he stood in the back and they had the clips of him in the back, he was just like, hey, what the fuck just happened? Did this nigga just slap me? Like, I think,
Bro, that's why I
think
applaud
it's had
Chris
a
Rock,
negative
because
impact. I don't think it's had a negative impact on him.
Alyssa said Jim Carrey said he was doing
mentally.
Maybe mentally.
No, mentally,
but I don't think it's. I don't think it's had a negative impact on his.
I mean,
on his career.
On his money, yeah, probably
on
not.
his money, yeah.
Because now people feel bad for him, and then he did say, "This is the thing that makes me think this shit is business." He said he was gonna make jokes about it.
Well, his brother said that. His team said that. Chris Rock never actually said that.
Well, then this nigga
his brother came out with that heat. Did y'all hear that?
No,
allegedly.
He said that he was going to talk about it, and part of it is going to be serious, and part of it is going to be funny. He said.
Well, he never publicly said that.
He did
Chris Rock.
He never publicly said that.
Yes, he did.
Where's the video of that?
Let me look it up.
There's a video. He said it publicly.
Are you able to play the video, Christina?
I'm gonna look it up.
Is going to make so much fucking
money. Hell yeah!
He already making money.
But think about it. Netflix is going to want him to do a special about that.
Oh yeah.
So
you know he's going to cash in. His last Netflix special, Tambourine.
That's what I'm saying. It's not having a negative impact on his career.
No.
Mentally, yes. Financially, absolutely not. This nigga
absolutely not.
Man. Everybody want to go there and see what he going to say about it. But Netflix is going to cash in on this shit. He going to be straight.
Chris Rock was already.
Yeah, I mean financially, but it's like
he was already going on tour.
Right.
And he was already had that set up. And his appearance at the Oscars was supposed to be but that quick.
Right.
Right. So people weren't talking about him as much as they're talking about him now.
Exactly.
And so by knowing that his whole camp took that and upped his ticket sales and is still selling.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's not necessarily having a negative impact on his career. It may for the moment have an impact on him mentally for like a hot second just because but that's only gonna last for so long.
Man, I love how like when it comes to Chris Rock's like mental issues, it's kinda like, he'll get over it. But if it came to Jada and the alopecia, that's pretty much what you're saying, bro.
No, I'm not saying that. No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
No, I know you didn't like literally say it, but technically that's what you're saying.
I don't think he's saying.
You just said multiple times that like, as far as mentally, he'll get over it. It's not that big of a deal. But when it came to Jada and alopecia, it's kind of like. Your attitude was completely
different. Did say, Michael, hold on. He did say that. Well, hold on real quick, Ken. Okay. He said, Rock said during his first show, I will talk about it, and it will be serious, and it will be funny, but not tonight.
But not tonight. And I know I heard him. I know I heard him say that. I'm saying, as far as the support that Chris Rock is receiving, just as well as there are some naysayers who are also saying, yeah, blah blah whatever. But he's not losing any opportunities from it.
Right.
If anything, he's gaining more opportunities from it.
Right.
And I'm saying,
why would he? He's got assaulted.
Yeah.
He got assaulted.
Right.
That's what he's saying.
Right. You only speaking to my point.
Yeah, he's saying that you're right. That's what's gonna happen. He's basically gonna benefit from it.
Don't
okay, well maybe I don't know. Maybe I just like misread like what you're trying to say. No, I'm not drunk. No, I think I simply misread what Ken was saying. Damn, my bad, y'all. Fuck. I can say when I'm wrong, all right? Shit, y'all.
Gracious.
Niggas wrong.
You just on the defense about this whole thing. But what I'm saying is that it's not necessarily, it may have an impact on him mentally, but he's going to receive the support in order to get over that mental impact. Just because financially is going to increase for him. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the slap is only doing good for him
financially.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's okay. That's where we differ because I feel like when you say that, like you're looking at it from a financial aspect, and I'm looking at it from a mental aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like when you try to compare the two, or like try to like juggle the two around, it's kind of like fuck the money, man. It's like I'm embarrassed. I'm going to be embarrassed for a long fucking time.
Right, but what
See,
he
I
And
don't,
it's
Yeah.
like I don't know.
I
Listen,
don't
none of us
know.
know.
I don't know how embarrassed he's gonna be when he's receiving the outpour of love from,
Yeah,
and he's going on tour, right? He's going on
Mhm.
yeah.
tour where at every city he goes to, these people are gonna come out in droves and talk about how much they love him
and say fuck Will Smith.
and say
Yeah,
fuck Will
but
Smith.
Yeah.
yeah, but okay, and to go against that, like one of his
Yup.
first like specials, the crowd started chanting fuck Will Smith," and what did Chris Rock do? Hey, there's actual video of this. There's
Yeah.
audio of this
That
saying
actually
like,
it was in
"Hey,
that article.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Let's not be
Right.
that type of, you
Right,
know."
and that's not necessarily. I'm not saying like the fuck Will Smith, blah blah, whatever is what he's searching for.
Right.
I'm talking about the outreach of love and the outpouring of love that he's receiving from it. Like
Hmm.
that embarrassment for just for the moment that we saw, right, of him being on stage and having to give that award to Questlove and having to stand there and then deal with everything that came, like um seeing Will receive his award and all those things. I
Uh-huh.
think even still people are showing their support and showing their love, and I don't think the embarrassment will last for long is
I
what I'm
don't think so
saying.
Well,
either.
that's how can I say that? That's easy for you to say because that smack for us, that was just one moment. For him, that's a lifetime. That
Oh
shit is
yeah,
Yeah.
up there. That shit is up there forever.
I mean, I get that part too. I do get that part.
Like
That
you
might be
can't
something that people be like, "Hey, I remember that time you got slapped on the Oscars."
exactly no. He has to live with that forever.
Yeah, yeah,
And I'm sorry, that's one of the worst things that you could do to a man to smack the shit out of him and then walk away strutting, knowing like, oh, you can't do shit. I mean, if you were a white business dude, or if you were a white girl, or if you were a black girl, maybe. But nigga, I know you. You
right,
just another famous nigga with money, and I'm Will
right,
Smith. I can smack the shit out of you, turn my back, and walk away, and you can't do shit.
right. It is kind of like being. Alyssa said it's kind of like being publicly shamed. That's exactly what it was. To be honest, it was. I mean, I don't know. That whole situation we got real nasty at the end. I still do feel a little bit. I feel empathy, not for Jada. I don't really feel any type of bad for Jada.
Fuck Jada. I'm
Um,
sorry.
I feel empathy for Will, and I do feel empathy for Chris Rock. Just to do, and then the whole pinning the black man and the against each other, having them publicly shame another black man by slapping him in the face and all of that. I just wish there was so many other things that could have been done besides him going up there and slapping him in his face. And it's just another thing that to talk about, another thing to kind of make things look bad. So I'm pretty sure we're running it out of time on that topic.
Yeah, we
Um,
actually we got cut off right now.
yeah. So it's unfortunate, for Will that some of his things are kind of on a pause, but I do think he will get back in to his business and his movies and
Yeah.
his shows. It did say in the article that he had resigned from the Academy, so I don't know what that means.
That pretty much means that like he probably won't be like nominated for like Oscars and like Golden Globes and shit like that. Honestly, it doesn't mean shit.
This
It means
doesn't mean
nothing.
shit. I mean, he got the one. Did they take the one back?
No, they can't.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I would absolutely disagree with that. It's kind of like when you win an award for an Oscar, like that has nothing to do with like how you are as a person. It was
Right.
all
It
about
has
the
everything to do
performance of
with
the
your
fucking
work.
movie. So if
Yeah.
they like try to take the Oscar back, that would be bullshit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That has everything to do with your performance and your work.
Yeah.
All right. So, to sum that topic up, hopefully everything worked out for the best for each and every one of them. Um,
Oh, it did.
we'll, Yeah, it did. It definitely did. All right. So we're gonna get into something a little more fun.
Oh shit.
Our sexcapade. Our sexcapade topic, y'all. Okay.
My favorite part.
Yes. Ken said he's ready. He
Yeah.
said he's ready, y'all.
Here we go.
I'm trying to switch up the light on y'all. Okay, sexcapade.
Oh damn, you got the stripper lights. Okay,
Got the
shit.
stripper lights on y'all. The
Oh, I'm using my
flashing lights,
Vaseline. Oh wait,
like in the
shit.
stripper club. In
I
the
mean,
stripper
watching.
club.
See them took a damn fish tank light.
The
God
fish is
damn.
out there blind as a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Like,
fish
I
can't
can't
see no more.
see shit in this water.
She ain't seen a fish in 3 weeks.
I can't.
Wait, what the fuck she doing?
I got the red light special on y'all right now.
Yeah, your fish
But
is
it's
looking at you like, why are you fucking with the lights?
She got the damn light that warm the fries up. God. What carnival did you steal this from?
Right.
Damn.
You ain't gonna talk about that red light.
Yo.
I'm using this for the intro for right now. Hold on, let me make it. Okay.
Garrett Morgan
I
would be ashamed of you.
Let me bring it down. All right, so for our sexcapades tonight, you guys, we gotta do a little broad and sexy on y'all, okay? So first we're gonna leave our story for last because this one is real wild. But first, the introduction topic on our sexcapades tonight is small becoming the new big D energy in size that is. So there's been some trending topics going around.
I love how Rodell kept a stone face. Like, I'm not about to react to none of this shit.
Yeah, let me hear the
You
bullshit
ain't
that come with this bullshit.
I'm ready. Okay, so let me give it to y'all.
Baird is disappointed.
Let me get it to y'all. So there's been trending. It's been trending actually lately that small penises are becoming the new big D energy. Meaning women are starting to prefer the average and sometimes below average size penis for sexual pleasure. Some women have been saying that men that have a overly sized or bigger size penis besides average don't really know how to pleasure them, and that sometimes it's not comfortable, it's not pleasurable, and so the big D is kind of getting left to the side, and the average and the little D's are kind of getting picked back up. So if there are any ladies in the chat that can comment on this, what you prefer, or what do you think is more comfortable? Fellas, you guys can tap in on your, experiences.
Y'all got to read the because I can't see nothing.
Honestly, it looks like there's like nothing but a bunch of dudes in the chat and like one girl. Majority of the dudes are like, man, fuck this topic, man. This topic's some bullshit, man.
Well, we're not gonna go long into it, but I do think it varies. If I can give my opinion, it varies. Some guys that are bigger than average size, they think that just because they have a big penis, that there's nothing else that they have to do. They just have a big penis, and that's just it. That's just the fact. Sometimes when you have a big penis, you still got to learn how to use it. You know what I'm saying? So I think for some women now, the reason why it's becoming such a complaint is because the guys are not being necessarily catering to the woman's body and taking their time and things like that. And women are starting to prefer something that's a little bit more comfortable and easy. And to be honest, I think the penis only has to be, what, is it like 5 or 4 inches?
The average size is 5 inches or something like that.
5 inches for like a woman to, for you to even, you can still get an orgasm. Really, orgasms stimulate from the clitoris, not necessarily penetration all the time. So a lot of guys who have a bigger penis think because they have a bigger penis that they're automatically going to be able to put it down. It doesn't always work that way. So,
I think it depends on the woman sometimes and how active they are. So like there are some women who are extremely active and feel as though I need a big penis.
right.
You know what I mean? Like just because maybe I might be a little bit looser down there. You know what I mean? So I need something that's gonna fill that up.
Wait, but is that a possibility though, Ken? Does it really get stretched out? Like, does that for real, y'all?
Yes.
I think it's true. Yeah. I think that's 100% true.
Yes, but I mean there are repairing qualities to it, like how last week Barrett was saying. There are repair like you can do Kegel exercises to be able to repair. You know what I mean?
If anyone doesn't know what Kegel exercises, tell them what they are, Ken.
But you gotta give it time to repair. You gotta stop at some point. You know what I mean?
Close your fucking legs.
Right.
You gotta stay in that chamber like Goku, baby. You got
like the pussy down there, like, damn, again? Like, God damn.
That's it.
Like, you know. But I feel like there are some women who are not as active. There are some women who are not as active, and they are saving themselves for the right time. You know what I mean? And they may use a vibrator, which sometimes only has to be this big.
Right.
Because they know where they need to go in order to pleasure themselves. You know what I mean? I watched a clip.
Clip.
It's not that kind of clip.
I was experimenting.
No. It's not that kind of clip.
Wait. Ken, was it a pussy clip?
No. No, it wasn't.
That is great.
Well, sort of.
I'm sorry, ladies and gents in the audience, in the chat. Like, Ken is not exactly amongst the heterosexual community.
No, I'm not.
So this is why this is very interesting. You know, I'm just trying to figure out like what this clip he's talking about.
This clip in particular was an experiment, and what these women did was they took a picture of the vagina and they asked multiple men to point where the clitoris was.
They ain't know where it was.
They didn't know.
Oh, so virgins.
Wow.
Okay.
They may not be virgins. And that's
where it is.
They may not
be
virgins.
Like they hadn't watched enough Pornhub, so yeah.
No, some may have sex and just don't know.
Don't know. Yeah, that's true.
So then you go through that as some women go through that and just the man may just not know. You know what I mean? So it's like you can have a big D and not know where the clitoris is.
Don't know.
Oh yeah.
And you just trying to
just stab that joint. You just stabbing it.
Whatever it is,
true.
I'm hitting
Very
it.
True.
You know,
right. God damn.
I can only imagine how a woman feels like, this nigga don't know where it is, man. Like you're right there. It's like
do you know how frustrating that is?
Well, Christina,
you know how frustrating that is.
As a woman, do you feel like it's appropriate during that time, like to give a man instructions when like he's just not doing it right, or do you feel like that just fucks up like the moment, the connection?
No.
Communication.
And it's all about how you say it. It's all about how you say it. Like if he's in it and you're laying there and you're like, okay, this does not feel good, and you're like making those faces, and he's like looking at you, he's like, oh, you just talk to him sexy, like, I don't like that. So
So here's the thing.
Let me say something real quick. There are times when you could be going slow and she's about to come, right?
Right.
And then she may say, "Oh, right there, I'm close, I'm close, I'm close," and then he feels the need to go harder.
To just go harder.
Right? That's not what she's saying.
Right.
What she's saying is keep a steady pace. Keep doing what you're doing.
You're doing
Don't
right.
be trying to like now
don't
all of a
speed
sudden
up.
I'm about to
Right. Don't speed up. Don't pound me.
I keep a pace in my head. Every time I go in, I keep the same pace.
But see, but I gotta speak for some of the guys out there, because sometimes that can be confusing. You know, as far as the communication, like, all right, well, bitch, like, what do you mean? Like, you saying like I'm almost there? Like, do you want me to go faster? Do you want me to keep a rhythm? Do you want me to slow down? Do you want me to go in a wave motion? Do you want to like go in circles? Like, talk to me, like, god damn it, you can't sit up here and just be like, no, nigga, read my mind. You're like, bitch, I don't know what do you want me to do?
She's saying I'm about to come means continue with doing what you're doing.
But not every guy's gonna know that.
No, an insecure guy will feel as though they need to do more,
right,
in order to get it done, as opposed to
not fair. That's not fair. An insecure goddamn. What if he just doesn't know? You were talking about this earlier, Ken. What if he just doesn't know?
Because then you have all these questions like,
that's so
am I
mean.
doing it right? Am I trying? No.
That doesn't mean that he's insecure. That just means he wants to do a better job, and he doesn't know what he's doing. Y'all fucked up, man. Y'all mean. Damn, y'all mean.
She already saying that you're doing fine. She already saying like I'm close, and then it's something in your head that when she say I'm close, that all of a sudden you like,
this nigga Mike
okay, let me hurry up. Let me.
I'm just saying because I used to be that nigga. And when a girl was like, "Oh my god, I'm coming close," I'm like, "Shit, hurry up!" Like. Listen, I used to be that dude. That's what you're saying no, but it's kind of like, how the fuck am I supposed to know? Like, yo, we've been fucking for like, what, 15 goddamn minutes? And she's like, oh shit, I'm about to come. Like, yes, finally, god damn it, I'm tired of shit. My fucking lower back is hurting. My stomach is hurting. It's hard for me to breathe. Like, bitch, hurry up and come.
Shit, already going slow in the first place.
See, that's why,
oh my god, y'all niggas are capping right now. Wow. Y'all saying that just because you got females on the show, all right?
I got 3 kids.
No, look.
That's what I'm talking about, okay?
It's not hard to make kids right now.
Wait a minute.
Look.
Wait a minute.
It can take a minute. It can take a minute to make a kid right now.
Right there. All right. I'm keeping this space.
No, look. But Michael, you look. That's the whole point of foreplay, which a lot of dudes have don't even do that shit no more.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
If you don't want to be tired and you know you got a shorty that want to go past 10 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever, because actually they say 20 minutes or 15 minutes is actually extremely long or something like that. But you got to start with the foreplay. The foreplay takes up at least maybe 5 minutes if you're doing it right.
7.
Then maybe, okay, there you go. And then look, for real though. But then next is like, then you might do a little oral something, or you know what I'm saying? You know, it's got to start off slow. So when you get to the actual motion, you're not worn out.
You got lube.
But it's like, who are we talking to right now? Are we talking to like a 16, 17-year-old kid who's like losing his virginity for the first time? Or are we talking to like the modern men today who, through statistics and numbers, found out that like on the average, most guys nowadays don't even lose their V card until they're fucking 30 years old.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, how the fuck are we how are they supposed to learn that shit? It doesn't matter. You don't see how that's confusing?
It don't matter how old you are. It's all about the experience.
Experience, yeah.
But you kind of need
Look,
experience with
someone in the chat
time.
said, King's Daddy said, what do y'all think about head? What about it?
I love it. I love
it too. Why is that a question? What's going on here? Keep
What
sucking.
do you mean? What do you mean?
Why are you stopping? Why are you looking at me? Actually, no, keep looking at me. I like when you look at me. Like,
He said, what do you think about head? I mean, I like, I'm gonna be real with you. I like getting head, but I'm not the type that's like, he give me head, I've never been that way because number one, I've had a couple of bad experiences with guys giving me head. I've been bit on my clit before. Bit.
He says, oh shit, I'm sorry. Damn.
I've been bit. And
but he just said, is it necessary?
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
It's optional.
No.
It's optional.
It's optional. Okay, yeah, it's optional.
It's not necessary.
I think he's asking. Damn. Okay. Well, I think he's asking that because there's this stereotype on black men that we don't like giving head. Yeah, we don't eat the pussy.
Nigga, you know how long it took me?
It's a stereotype on black women that they don't like.
They
don't like sucking
dick. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah,
maybe it's just the culture.
Oh, wait, hold on, Barrett. Hold on, Ken. Barrett is challenging you. He's saying that it is necessary. It's very necessary. Super necessary.
Shit.
So it is necessary. Not for everybody. I mean, I don't like doing it all the time just because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of thinking.
I don't hear that shit.
It depends on the time frame, man. Because if you eat pussy long enough, like your jawline just starts hurting. It's kind of like, yo, can I
don't want to hear it. It's excuses. Get to work.
That's a lie.
Go in. Okay? Unique New York. Okay? Get it working. If you're good at what you do, it ain't going to take that long. Okay? Perfect your craft. Nigga, you know how long it took me for a girl to sit on my face without me dying? Okay? Perfect that shit. You gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying, the nose ain't going in. You gotta make sure the nose, you got a little bit of airspace right here with the break. You know how long it takes to perfect.
Hey, Ken!
First of all,
that sounds like a personal problem.
First of all, Rodell, when we was talking about Will Smith, you were not this into it.
Mind your business, Ken. Mind your business. I'm trying to help my brothers.
Sorry, we talked about a lot tonight.
I'm trying to help my brothers, okay? That's what I'm trying to do.
Ken, have you ever had anyone sit on your face?
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, all right. Shut up there, kid. Bully.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, you mean the vagina?
The vagina? No.
Oh.
God damn it, man. Now you just made this awkward.
That's crazy.
Not at all. You asked me.
You're a wild boy.
I did. Oh, wait. How did you do that?
This is not the topic.
Do you really want to know? Do you really want to know?
I mean, no, I'm just joking. I'm joking. No.
Goddamn.
I mean, he can say it if he wants to, but it's like, oh.
No, it's okay. Hey, everybody's sexuality here, okay?
Oral is oral. We're not talking about strictly just head. We're talking about foreplay.
Absolutely. Right. I love foreplay. I love it. I love kissing.
Oral is the way to give pleasure with your mouth.
Right.
So we're talking about nipple play. We're talking about licking the neck. All of those.
Right.
Things.
Oh, I love that. Ooh.
Using your fingers.
It's certain things. Well,
come here, girl.
That's foreplay. That's not necessarily oral sex. But
yo, you know what I added? You know what?
You can use your fingers for foreplay.
You know what I added? That's really that's pretty significant now.
What?
Part is crazy. Lighting incense. Just to get that. You know what I'm saying? That
hello, candles.
Man, I love it. The incense.
Me too.
Yeah. I don't know why. It just bring out the wolf of me.
Nobody does the old school shit like they don't do the music, the R&B music, the candles, and
make it sexy.
Where's that?
Oh, you talking about seducing?
Yeah, I'm a seducer.
And that's an art that is being lost because
Absolutely.
everything is quick. Let's get to it.
It's so
Yeah.
And then hit the credits.
Go ahead, Michael.
I was gonna
Right.
say like because like Ardell like brought up like incense and candles or whatnot, you know? Because like me personally, I would say yes it is, but like, so would you guys say that the setting,
Absolutely.
you know, as far as like the sexual situation,
It's-
you know, that would heighten it, right?
It's
Because
huge.
like I feel like a lot of people like just like Ken, you just said it. It's kind of like yo, like take off your fucking clothes, suck my dick, and let's fuck, and like, I'm gone.
Now, I got that
It also depends.
Plan is over.
It also
What's that?
depends. So you're talking about exhibitionism too, because then there are other places where people like to do it in public, or people like to. People like the adventure of not being at home. It depends on the setting. You know what I mean?
Well,
But
that's
you're talking
something
about
when you do when you're fucking in their teenage years. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no fucking 30, 40-year-olds doing that shit. It's kind of like,
don't say that they not. Don't say that they not.
It's
well, they got a good back. Fuck, man.
It keeps
oh my god, let's fuck on this. Let's fuck on this playground. Like, bitch, no, we have a home. Let's go there. Like, why are we? Why?
So we establish. so we establish sometimes the horniness and the pleasure of it all is more in the mental.
That's very true.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And the mental is more about sometimes where you are than the actual act.
All facts. He's so right.
So it's like it depends on what turns you on more so, you know what I mean? But the setting itself is huge because ain't nobody trying to have sex on top of a pile of garbage.
Hell no.
Don't like
I was gonna say, don't knock
now,
it.
Now, don't get me wrong now.
I'm saying
I like a little bit of fun. Hold on, wait, no.
There may be some out there.
No, what I was saying is like sometimes I like to do spontaneous things, like
funky ass.
Maybe in the car or in the bathroom or in the closet, in the kitchen, by the laundry. Yeah. Not no trash.
Some might.
Oh, fuck me about Wednesdays pickup. No, nigga, no.
Hey, bro, you got people who are that fucking horny. Girl, God, I'm so fucking turned on. I'm gonna fuck you in this cardboard box.
Hey, listen.
Hey, you got nowhere to go.
Listen. I done did some things like I didn't have some experiences where like let me just be quiet.
Hey, look.
Right, and after you done, is
you got people watching.
After you done, you be like, "Is that some motherfucking pizza crust?" Like, like what the fuck? Like,
you got banana peels and eggshells.
Exactly. Like, you don't realize until you're done that you done crushed this whole pack of Oreos. Like, you don't realize like after like. Damn! Like,
shit. That's normally what happens when you're like the sex is good. You know what I'm saying? It's like you lost in the goddamn trends until after you finish. Yeah, it's like after you finish, that's when you're like, "Yo, bitch, did you fart?"
Now there's been times that I'll be at a restaurant. We'll be at a restaurant, you know what I'm saying, and I'm, you know what I'm saying, take care of under the table type shit. Get her ready for what?
But when you get home.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Shit.
That was some high school shit for me.
Nah,
I haven't done that in a while.
That's sexy, baby.
There are vibrators that are controlled by the phone.
Oh, I want
nowadays.
one. I want one.
What?
I think it would be fun.
I didn't know this.
Hell yeah.
Get one for Charmaine.
So what you do is you're in public.
Baby, you still listening?
What you do is you're in public, and ever so often you send
a clicker thing. Yeah.
And let her or let him know what's up. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Oh wait, I have to. Oh well, before you continue, Ken, my apologies. Like I did not mean to refer to females as bitches. My apologies.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh wait, someone said something.
Yes.
Oh.
Who did?
Watch your mouth, Mike.
No, you're right. Absolutely right. My apologies. I'm sorry. You're absolutely right.
He just had a little liquor. He had a little
No, I
liquor.
am drunk as shit, but no, you're absolutely right. My apologies.
All right. Okay. Yeah, check yourself. All right. Now, yeah, he's right though about the little remote thing where
Yeah.
somebody, King Shady said cap. It ain't no cap. Because I told you before that I would do that shit. I think it would be funny. I just have a sense of humor. I think it would be funny. But anyways, to tie that subject up, because I'm sure we're
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
running out
shit.
of
We might
time.
have to like cut maybe one or two like
Well,
let's
we're gonna sum it up. I just wanted to ask you guys something really quick about the it was a sexual harassment situation that happened. Just to kind of close out our sexcapades in the workplace. How far is too far? So there was a situation that happened here in Sun 57 where a female supervisor was harassing male employees for sex. Some of them slept with her for whatever reason. And then whenever she would try to get them to go for round two and they would deny them, she was firing them. So how do you guys feel about this role being flipped? Because I know last week we talked about Lotto and how she was having issues with male artists, working with male artists in the industry and how she was being, asked to do sexual favors, and some people commented and were saying, you got to be, as a woman, you got to know how to dress appropriately when you're working with men, and you can't be risque, you can have this hanging out, da da da, because men are going to think you're advertising yourself, da da da. But what is the difference? What is it? What is it when the roles reverse and it's a woman doing this to men? And you know what was funny? In all the comments, all they were getting praise about it. Like, oh man, you better go in there and get that promo. Oh man, you better go in there and da 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 da. Some people thought it was funny. And I'm like, yo, that's sexual harassment. But it just goes to show how much when it comes to men being sexually harassed, how much it's downplayed and made as a joke and not a big deal. But then, it's kind of like that's fucked up because she was firing some of these guys because they wouldn't sleep with her and because she had an upper hand to do so. How do you guys feel about that, being that it was a woman? Because at first I thought it was a man until I found out that it was a woman.
Okay, so you said basically, she would harass them. They would have sex with her one time, and then she'll go back and say, for round
No.
two.
So basically what would happen is I don't know how she was hooking up with these guys, but she would be hooking up with them. Or maybe she's one of the types that's easy, can't get it on her own. So maybe she's flirting and giving guys the impression that she'll sleep with them. So then they give in. They're like, well, it's free pussy. Whatever. I don't care how she looks. She got a fat ass. I'll fuck her. So they sleep with her. They're like, oh, maybe it wasn't all that good, or I would never do it again. It was just a one-time thing. I needed some ass. I hadn't had it in a while, whatever. Then she might go back. She was going back to them for round two. And some of the guys were being reluctant, like, no, I'm good. Like, no, I'm trying to go there with you. She was apparently getting upset about it, and some of these guys were getting fired. And it was somebody that worked at the actually the shipyard in Virginia. And it was a supervisor in the shipyard. So if anybody works at the shipyard, sorry if I'm putting anybody's business out there. But it was somebody that worked at the shipyard, which a lot of males do work at the shipyard, and a lot of the women sometimes are in like supervisor or desk positions. So I just think that what do you guys think about that? How fair is that?
Well, they messed up. They messed up when they slept with her the first time.
Slept with her.
I mean, it's a common case of what do you call it, quid pro quo.
What's that?
So basically,
Quick what?
I'll give you this for that. So if you have sex with me, I'll give you a promotion. If you have sex with me, I'll give you more vacation time. Stuff like that. It's
right.
In the workplace. It's messed up.
This is something that occurred.
Yeah, it's messed
And
up.
she got her feelings hurt.
Absolutely.
Right.
She got her feelings hurt because she was trying to go back for seconds, or maybe she might have thought that it would have turned out to be more. You know what I mean? But then they was like, nah, I'm good. And she was like, well, I'm going to show you what good is.
Right.
and what's good is this pink slip, nigga.
Pretty much.
Oh, shit.
It must not have been all that good for round two because niggas were getting fired.
Yeah, no, she got her feelings hurt, and so she was firing. She couldn't have sex with them and then them deny her, and then she still work around them. You know what I mean? Like, so she
right.
probably had like
Oh,
she messed up like the whole situation with sleeping with them in the first place, and the same
right,
thing with them. They should have never, if they wanted to solidify their jobs,
right.
they should have never slept with
Did
her in
that.
the first place.
Right, right, right.
Never
I
dump
agree with
your
you
ink
guys
in
on
the
that.
chunk, and don't be a pen in the company ink, baby.
That's right. That's right. So that was just to sum up. That was a story to just to kind of sum up our sexcapades since we are running a little over our time. So moving on to the next topic, which has been something trending tremendously lately, which is the Don't Say Gay bill. Um, there's been a lot of articles going on with the Don't Say Gay bill, which is basically they were protesting outside of Disney. Um, so basically, Disney is starting to put certain things that have to do with like um, I guess, homosexuality in their movies and in their cartoons and their shows for younger age children, from kindergarten, specifically kindergarten to third grade. There's actually a movie that came out called Turning Red, and it talks about a lot of sexual and political propaganda and sexual promiscuity from like abortions. And I haven't seen this movie. I kind of want to check it out just because I heard about that.
I
A lot of parents were outraged over Disney's pushback on the Florida parental rights law. Of course, I don't know if you guys can see, but probably not. But these are the protesters at Disney. Um, they rallied against the Florida Don't Say Gay bill at Griffith Park in Glendale, California on Tuesday, March 22nd. About 60 Walt Disney staffers walked off the job. I didn't know that. Tuesday to protest the company's initial reluctance to publicly fight Florida legislation that is opposed by gay rights groups. So this bill is basically just, I don't know if they're trying to push the agenda for, I don't really necessarily know the whole details of the Don't Say Gay bill. I'm not even going to front on you guys. I just know that it has a lot to do with allowing certain things to be taught in schools for younger children. I don't know if some of you guys had a chance to research a little bit more about the
Yeah,
bill.
but just to give you an example, it's like it would be against the law if like kindergartens had a substitute teacher, right? And
Mm-hmm.
like that substitute teacher had his this is a guy had his
Mm-hmm.
husband come in and like, hey, honey,
Mm-hmm.
like I forgot to give you like
I
your
can't say
apple
something.
or like
Uh-huh.
whatever, and like he
Mm-hmm.
gave him a kiss on the cheek, and one of the kids were
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, a teacher such and such, like why did that guy give you a kiss on the cheek? Isn't that supposed to be a woman's job, or is
Right,
a
right.
girl supposed to do that? It would be, this bill is pretty much saying like it would be against the law for this teacher to explain or to talk about
Him
in
being gay?
any in any aspect
Mm-hmm.
about the relationship that he has with his significant other.
it's not so much as
Mm-hmm.
ridicule as that. It's so much as to not mention sexual orientation whatsoever in schools.
Same
I mean,
sex
but it's
sexual
yeah,
orientation.
but it's the
But that
same
being
thing.
that being
I'm
an
just giving an example.
that
So
being an
Yeah, no, you're right.
example,
You're right.
yes,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So
that being an example. But yeah,
So
it's right.
so wait, I just want to have clarity. So wait, it would be against the law for a gay person
yeah, they would get
to
prosecuted for something like that. Yeah, for anyone within the
For them
LGBTQ
explaining
community.
that, yes.
Yeah, talking to a child about
oh,
that. Like they would, yeah, shit, they would get arrested for that.
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, just for like
oh,
simply mentioning that, just simply saying that, oh, this is my husband.
It's
They could possibly get arrested for that.
oh,
it's
oh,
it's a sense
okay.
to
I have a better
anti
understanding.
it's a sense to anti groom by not exposing them to, right? So like they believe that if you um
Oh,
some
wow.
conservatives believe that if you speak about this, then that may expose them to this a whole lot more, I guess you could
Oh
say.
no, we're
Yeah,
counting
no.
down again.
Oh, it's counting
Okay.
We
down.
went over our time.
All
Okay,
right.
we're gonna come. I'm
This will
gonna
be
exit out. Exit out. We got about 10 seconds. Sorry guys, I thought it was we went over our time. So we're gonna come back. This is our last one. It's only 3 seconds.
last
So
break.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Come back,
5, 4,
please. We
3,
need you. Come
2,
back.